Hey, welcome to this video, I guess. If you've been subscribed to this channel for a while, this is going to be something very, very different than you subscribed for. And I understand if you leave, but I would appreciate it if you don't. For the last couple of years, I've just sort of been spinning my wheels, and I've been just not happy with like what I'm doing with life in the world. Also, I need to stop looking at this. I keep looking at the little viewfinder, and that's not where I want to look. I want to look at you guys. Hey, I haven't been the happiest, and I'm a big proponent of if you aren't happy, you need to change up what you're doing in life. Otherwise, you know, you're just going to perpetuate that unhappiness. You don't change things by continuing to live in the same routine that you've been in that has made you unhappy. So, for this year, we are doing something a little bit different. I have set myself 23 goals for 2023. And yeah, I'm gonna talk with you guys about them, and then, you know, we're gonna have vlogs and stuff and like a monthly check-in to see how those goals are doing. And I don't know, it might suck. All of this might suck. This video that's going out right now might suck. I don't know. We have to try things, right? So we're trying something. I don't even know if you got, it says that you're getting sound. It's picking up my voice. You might also be hearing my dog chewing on a peanut butter jar. So I don't know, that might also be fun. We're just gonna go over what my goals for this year are and go from there, I guess. Okay, so goal one. It's sort of a stereotypical new year, new me sort of goal, which is not what we're going for, but it's still an important one. And that is that I'm going to actually stick to a gym routine for the year. I've had a lot of ups and downs when it comes to the gym, especially over the past year and a half. I injured my back about a year and a half ago, and it has sort of hindered me a bit. There's certain things that I still can't do because my back just isn't great. The biggest issue is once you're out of the gym, sometimes it's hard to get back in, and then it gets frustrating. It's the whole thing. But basically, you know, I want to treat my body better. I want my back to stop being a problem. I want to be able to physically do what I want to do. Number two is along those same lines. That is a goal of hitting 5,000 steps a day, which I know is below the daily recommended amount, but I work at a computer, and there are definitely days where I hit the recommended goal of 10,000 steps. There are definitely days where I don't, and I feel like the days where I don't definitely outweigh the days where I do. So we're setting ourselves a sustainable goal, because sustainability is the name of the game. And we are going to try and get those 5,000 steps in. And by try, I mean we're going to do it because it's our goal and we meet our goals. Continuing along the health and fitness related ones, I have an Oura ring. For anybody who doesn't know, Oura is sort of it's a fitness tracker. And how it works is it tracks your sleep, your readiness to work out, and your activity for the day. So for each of those categories, you get a star if you did well. Last year, I only got 3 stars for 2 days of the year. Which means that I wasn't sleeping well, I wasn't taking care of my body properly, I wasn't being active enough. There was a lot. So my goal this year is to have at least half of the days this year be 3-star days. We'll see how that goes. I think it's doable. I think that I'm just gonna have to stay on top of everything and, you know. Goal number 4 is sort of multiple goals, but they're each their own goal because I couldn't think of more goals. So, you know, we're letting it happen. Just let it happen. So the overarching idea of this next set of goals is that I need a better living space. For anybody who doesn't follow the stream or just doesn't know in general, earlier last year, so 2022, I moved from Milwaukee back to Illinois, and I was supposed to be moving into a house. Things fell through with the house, and I moved back in with some family. And it was supposed to be a temporary situation, but now it's not. So, my living space, I'll show you guys a quick little view of the living space. It's not the best. It's not wonderful. And it definitely takes a toll on your mental health when the space that you spend so much of your time in just isn't great. It's not cohesive. It's not wonderful. So, these next set of goals are related to that. So, first off, I have a kitchen prep station that I've been working on for months and has not gotten done, and is going to be a huge quality of life increase. I'm also going to build a wardrobe. That is number 5. Goal number 5. Wardrobe to store my clothes. Because right now, all of my clothes, they're either in a little temporary wardrobe thing, or they're in a plastic tote. Not ideal either way. Number 6 is a Murphy bed, because my bed takes up a good half of this room. Folding it up into the wall, clearing that space, having some nice space for like a couch and chairs to have people over to sit and talk. That'll be really nice. I also want to paint the walls in here. This used to be a hot tub room, and there was some water damage to the walls, and that has been fixed, but now the walls are two-toned, and it's just the bottom half is unfinished drywall, and it's just not lovely. It's not pretty. It's not nice. There's nothing about it that's good. So I get the walls painted. Goal number 8, still living space related. I'm installing a patio in the backyard. There's this door in this room that leads straight out to the backyard. And I want to build like a ground level deck, and just to have as like a little seating area, a little nice entertaining area, so that it's sort of an extension of the space that I already live in. It gives more space to spread out, gives more space for entertaining, gives more space to just chill and disconnect. Especially because my computer is in here. I work in here. Having a space to disconnect from the computer and from work a bit would be just wonderful. The next goal is sort of related to my living space, but also sort of just not. I have a bunch of plants, and I could treat those plants better. A lot of them should have seen a lot more growth than they have. A lot of them have seen some damage. I'm not a bad plant parent, but I'm also not a good one. I keep them alive. And that's about it. None of them are flourishing, and I would like them to flourish. So I just want to be a better plant parent. So the goal this year is to do better with that. We want to see some growth in our plants. We want to maybe build a little greenhouse cabinet for some of the plants. We want to finally clean the humidifier that I've needed to clean for over like 6 months now. For those of you who don't know, I have a husky German Shepherd mix named Bolt. He is a wonderful dog, but he is a tornado. So one of my goals this year is specifically to leash train him. He can walk. It's not that big of a deal. I've walked worse dogs than him, but when you're walking a dog consistently, that's a tornado, like I said. Yeah, like half of my injuries are because of my dog, and I love him, and he doesn't mean it, but I need to fix it. So we're gonna try and teach Bolt to walk on a leash properly this year. I think that's honestly the hardest goal on this list, by far, but we'll see how it goes. my next goal is that I want to take my language learning seriously again. I used to be fluent in Italian. I am reasonably competent in Korean. Well, was reasonably competent in Korean. And I don't have a lot of skill with either of those languages anymore, and I think that's really unfortunate, and I want to fix that. So, this year, I'm going to be focusing on getting to at least A2 level with probably just the Korean. Trying to learn two very different languages at one time is difficult, but I'm definitely still going to brush up on the Italian. But I'm taking a trip to Korea in October, so that one's going to be a little bit more helpful to me. Speaking of my trip to Korea, another goal that I have is I want to travel more. I want to go out of my state. I want to go out of my country more. We were all locked inside for the pandemic, right? That's just not the life I like to live. I used to take like at least one trip out of state a year. I had plans to go out of the country literally like the week that everything shut down. My flight got canceled, everything just stopped. And I want to fix that. I want to travel more. I want to do things. I want to live my life. Along those same lines, I also have a goal to just go out more in general. I live in Chicago. It's one of the best cities in the world, and I don't spend enough time just doing things in it. There's countless restaurants and bars and museums and things to do that I just don't, because over the past couple of years I've gotten to a point of just being kind of a hermit. So I want to fix that. I want to get outside. I want to fight my stupid agoraphobia that's gotten really, really bad. I want to improve who I am. And I think even something as small as like going out to dinner once a month and specifically leaving my house to go out to dinner is going to make a huge difference. Goal 14 is that I want to get back in touch with a specific passion of mine. I'm big into fashion and textiles and just all of that. And I don't really know what this goal looks like. I just know that it's something that I haven't included in my life enough. For anyone who doesn't know, I used to be a costumer. I've done personal stylist work. I've been in the field, and I just sort of stopped. And it's not that I stopped caring. Like, it was still so much of the content that I consume is related to that, but I just stopped. And I want to go back to it. I don't want to necessarily say that I want to find that passion again, because the passion is still there. I still care about it. It's just I want to get involved with it again. Along that same idea of passions, I just want to be a better content creator. And again, I don't know necessarily what that looks like. I think that there's an aspect of consistency to it that I haven't had since early 2020. And even then, like, it wasn't consistent. It was just that I was staying on top of it. I think that we're getting the start of that with this right here. What you guys are watching. This is the start of me trying to push towards that goal. So I hope it doesn't entirely suck. I promise that future vlogs will be more interesting than me just sitting here and talking at the camera with some very blown out light. So it's probably the second hardest goal on my list is I want to pay off half my student loans this year. That's probably not half monetarily. I have something like 13 individual student loans of varying amounts. And I'm tired of carrying that with me. I've been paying more than the minimum on them for a number of years, and most of them are higher than they were when I first took them out. All of them have higher interest rates now. I'm tired of it, and I want to fix it, and I want to make it go poof. So, we're going to work on that. That's going to be a difficult one because there's a reason that I haven't already paid off half of them, but we're going to see how that goes. The rest of my goals are sort of self-care, self-fulfillment type stuff. So the first one there is that I want to read one book a month. I haven't stopped to sit down to just like read in, I couldn't tell you how many years, probably like 8, I think was the last time that I read a full book. I live literally like blocks from a library. I can just go get books whenever I want. I can do that. That's how I can live my life, and I just haven't. So I'm gonna go get a library card and read one book a month because I think that that's sustainable even with how busy my schedule is gonna be. And, you know, we'll see how that goes. This one felt weird for me to put on the list because it feels a little shallow and vapid and, you know, not very self-care-y. But I want to learn how to do makeup. I'm somebody who's never really done makeup, right? I have rosacea, as you can see by these beacons of red on my cheeks. And a lot of times I've found that when I do makeup, it makes it flare up worse. That's a whole problem. It's an issue. I also just never grew up in an environment where like anybody taught me how to do makeup. And there's countless tutorials and people that can teach you online, and I just never have taken the time. But like, I went and got my makeup done by a professional for a wedding earlier in 2022, and I was just like, I enjoy this sense of expression. It's something I think, going back to like my goal of getting back in touch with fashion, like your makeup has such a huge impact on your outfit and your total look. And I don't know, it's just something that I'm interested in, so I want to learn, so I'm gonna do that. So if suddenly you see me in videos with a full face of makeup, hey, we're working on things. So this next goal ties in to a lot of things. It ties into the fitness, it ties into my financial goals, it ties into just general self-care. It ties into me going out more. I only want to order out once a month. And that might seem really, really easy for some people. And it is easy for me. It's just, I've been very lazy the past year. And there have definitely been days where like, I've ordered pizza 2 days in a row. And we're not gonna talk about that. But you know, it's a thing that happened. And you know, we move on. From all sides, delivery is expensive. Takeout food isn't great for you. It's another excuse to stay in my house and not be active and not do the things that I want to do. And I just need to remove it from my life. So that's what I'm going to do. As a very like just straightforward self-care goal, I want to be better at self-care. My gym membership includes a free massage every month, and I haven't gotten that free massage in like 3 months because I just haven't scheduled it because I haven't made time for myself. So I want to do that. I want to make more time for myself. I want to go get massages. I want to go get my nails done maybe. I want to go just like have spa days. I want to have time where I just like sit and relax and don't do anything for anybody else. Because that's something that I've really neglected for my entire life. So we're going to try and do that. Along those same lines, I just want to be more gentle with myself. And this is sort of a difficult one to display, explain, whatever. But like, for example, like 90% of my thoughts while I've been recording this have been negative. I am a piece of shit to myself sometimes. I don't want to be that way. The more negative self-talk you have towards negative self-talk is obviously talk towards yourself. The more negative self-talk you do, the more that it weighs on you, you know? Like, you can be your own bully, and I want to try and avoid that. Along those same lines still, I really want to try and hold on to the idea of progress, not perfection. I have a tendency to continue to work on something for an eternity rather than just pushing it out, even though it's not exactly what I pictured in my head. If you're seeing this vlog, I have started making progress on this goal of progress, not perfection, because I know the cam is shaky. I know that the lights are washed out. I know that there are things in this that I am not happy with even while I'm recording it. But we can't hold on to things like that and expect to move forward in life, right? It's what we started off this video with. I'm not going to better my life by doing the exact same things that I've been doing. So we're working on progress. Sort of not exactly on the flip side of that, but close-ish. I don't want to settle into a comfort zone. I want to force myself out of comfort. And this sort of conflicts with be gentle with myself to a point, but I think that there's a way that it can be achieved without like being a dick to myself. I think for the last almost 3 years now, I've been resting on my laurels and not pushing myself enough to do the things that I need to be doing and want to be doing. It's not even needs. Like, in a lot of cases, I'm just not doing what I want to do because it's easier to just coast. But that's not what we're doing here. That's not what 2023 is about. That's not what life is about. Life isn't about just coasting until you die. It's about freaking experiencing life. And so that's what I want to do. I don't want to be comfortable. I want to do the things that make me uncomfortable. I want to push out this video even though every single fiber of my being just is cringing at this. But yeah, that's my goal list. That's my goals for the year. That's where I want to go. You know, I hope that you guys will stick around. I hope that you didn't completely dislike this video. I hope that maybe some new people have found this and you want to come along on the journey. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you're not already, like the video, and comment down below what your goals are for 2023. You don't have to have 23 of them, but you know, if you do, that's cool. So I'll see you all next week. Okay, goodbye.